Hello. You are once again being blessed with me. I'm just joking. A lot of you are probably so annoyed by me at this point. Anyways, I gained a few subscribers, so hello to the new subscribers. And if you are new, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos from me. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So today we are talking about Percy Jackson. And by Percy Jackson, I don't mean those horrible, stupid movies. I mean the amazing book series and the two spin-off series that Rick Riordan created out of this beautiful, amazing work of art. That's what I shall call it. Anyways, these are like one of my favorite all-time amazing book series I have ever read, and they are pretty up there with Unwind by Neil Shusterman, because as most of you know, I'm a huge book nerd. I love my books, and the Percy Jackson series is just one of those that I just can't get enough of. Like, I'm actually reading Trials of Apollo right now, so where did it go? Here it is. I am on the third one, and I have two more left. And for those of you that are book collectors, I'm really irritated because I found all of them in paperbacks except for the Tower of Nero, which is a hardback. So now I'm just really tempted to get all of them in hardbacks simply because I'm very irritated. But that's just me. I'm just a weirdo, I'm sorry. Anyways, let's start with the first series. So like, it all started with Percy Jackson and the Olympians, which I have right here. And let me tell you guys, Percy is a so well-written character. Like, he's absolutely amazing, hilarious, and I picture him to be very attractive, mind you. Apparently he has like sea green eyes and dark hair. So to be honest, the way he's described just makes me think that he's very attractive. Not to mention he's got that amazing personality, which I really appreciate. And yeah, he is the son of Poseidon, the Greek god of the sea. And Percy basically has control over water. So anytime he's near water, he has amazing healing abilities. He can control the water. He can talk to horses. I would love to talk to horses myself. But anyways, it's just all around an amazing book series. You should definitely check it out. Do not watch the movies, once again, because the movies are awful. Annabeth has the wrong color of hair. They don't have anything that pertains to the movies at all. Like, the books are nothing like the movies. Do not judge the books by the movies. I swear, the books are amazing. There's my little rant. I'm so sorry. But yeah, basically the first Percy Jackson and the Olympians series, there are 5 books, and they're The Lightning Thief, Sea of Monsters, The Titan's Curse, The Battle of the Labyrinth, and The Last Olympian. And all 5 of these books are basically about Percy and what he's going through whenever he finds out that he is the son of a Greek god. And let me tell you guys, they're amazing. Those are the ones to start with if you're going to read this series. And then, to not be excluded, after the events of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, we have the Heroes of Olympus. And basically, there's a prophecy that's issued at the end of The Last Olympian, and it foretold, I'm sorry, I can't talk today, about I'm sorry, I really can't talk. But basically what the prophecy says is that there are 7 demigods, you know, half god. So basically half Greek or Roman god and half human. But the prophecy foretells of 7 demigods that are supposed to go and basically go on this crazy journey to defeat the Earth Mother, who is now awakening. And yeah, it's as crazy as it sounds, I promise. But they start with the Lost Hero. I am once again sorry, I cannot talk. But yes, the Lost Hero was the first one, and it's basically called the Lost Hero because Percy is missing, And let me tell you, when I found out that it's called that because Percy is missing and he is not anywhere in it except for just alluded to, I was very irritated. Because Percy is my favorite character, and I was not okay with this. I was like, I only picked these up because I wanted to see Percy. But if you can get through The Lost Hero, which luckily I did, it gives you a story about Jason and Piper and Leo. And let me tell you, all the ladies love Leo. I just had to get it in there. I'm sorry. But it's a little inside joke. Anyways, you get a story about Jason, Piper, and Leo, who are Greek demigods. Well, actually, Jason is a Roman demigod who has lost his memory and is now in the Greek camp in place of Percy, which you find out later on that Percy is actually in the Roman camp in Jason's place and has also lost his memory. There you go. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. You should probably know that there are going to be a few spoilers in this, so I'm going to leave a disclaimer at the front of the video so that you guys can't yell at me. Anyways, The Lost Hero basically goes through Jason, Piper, and Leo's journey, and they are part of the 7 demigods that are supposed to be part of this huge prophecy. In case you're wondering who the 7 are, I can actually tell you with an introduction to Son of Neptune, which is the 2nd book in Heroes of Olympus. So basically in Son of Neptune, Percy wakes up, he has no idea what has happened and why he's in this wild place that he's in. He's actually in California at the Roman camp, and the Greek demigods actually live in New York at the Greek camp, whereas the Romans live in California at the Roman camp. So Percy wakes up at the Roman camp and he has basically no memories of what happened, what's going on, he has no idea. So then he gets told that he's the son of Neptune because Neptune is the Roman version of Poseidon, which is his father, obviously. You find that out in the original series. But this foretells of Percy, Hazel, and Frank. So basically you meet 2 new characters in this one, and you get to see Percy. And you don't really get to see Piper, Jason, or Leo in this because none of them all come together until Mark of Athena, which is the 3rd book. And you also get to see a really cute Percy and Annabeth reunion, which I find amazing. So basically Son of Neptune is where you finally see Percy, and he goes on this journey with Frank and Hazel, who are both Roman demigods, and they are both incredible. I love them both so much. They're so different, but yet so amazing at the same time. So the 7 demigods of the prophecy are Frank, Hazel, Percy, Annabeth, and Piper, Jason, and Leo. There you go. You've now met all 7 of the demigods, and now you are into the 3rd book called Mark of Athena. And I'm not going to tell you how it ends because it has an absolutely horrid ending, and I am still mad about it, even though I read this series like a couple weeks ago. Let's not even get started. Let me tell you, it's awful. I do not like the ending. I don't like anything about it. It makes me very irritated, and I'm sorry, I just had to rant. But yes, Mark of Athena, the 3rd one, all 7 of the demigods of the prophecy are now together, and they're sailing on a big ship, and it's amazing. Okay. And then we get into House of Hades, which I won't tell you why it's called that because that would be a spoiler. Anyways, just know this is all about Hades' realm and Tartarus, which is a giant pit in the underworld. And I can't tell you much more than that, so I'm so sorry, but I don't want to ruin the ending of Mark of Athena for you because it's just makes me stressed. Anyways, this is kind of, I can give you a kind of, summary of it. But basically in House of Hades, the Earth Mother, who we had just spoken about, she has opened the doors of death, which is basically where the underworld lets people in or out, and they have chained death, basically. There is a spirit, or whatever he is, some kind of deity, I believe, named Death, and they have chained him up, her and her minions, the Earth Mother and her minions, which are giants, which are her children, basically. they have chained up death, and they have the doors of death open, which means that anyone, basically any monsters, can come in or out of Tartarus, and it's bad. They're ravaging the earth. It's awful. Lots of bad things happening. Now, Blood of Olympus. Overall, this last book of the series is very entertaining. I liked it. It had a lot of great scenes. I especially like the scene between Nico and Percy. We can't really talk about that yet because a lot of you don't know about it yet unless you've read the books. But you know what I'm talking about. There is a scene with Nico and Percy, and it makes me laugh every single time. But anyways, I think the ending of this series was kind of melodramatic, might I say. The Earth Mother was defeated very fast, as you all knew that she would be, because the series couldn't end without it. But yeah, it was just very melodramatic. I didn't really care for the ending. I wanted something better. You know what I mean? Overall, it was an okay ending. I mean, everything seemed pretty patched up until you get to Trials of Apollo, and then you realize that a lot of things were happening behind the scenes that we had no idea about. But obviously, Uncle Rick knew all about them. So overall, once again, amazing series. I actually liked the Heroes of Olympus just as much as Percy Jackson. Like, they were absolutely amazing, totally on par up until the very last book, in which case, like I said, it was just very melodramatic. I didn't really care for the ending. It was very nice, though. It was a good ending to a good series. You know what I mean? Now, we are into the Trials of Apollo. And basically what happens in the Trials of Apollo is that near the ending of the Heroes of Olympus, Apollo gets blamed for a lot of things that he did not do during the war with the Earth Mother and the giants. And in case you guys are wondering, Apollo is one of the great gods. He's basically the god of the sun, the god of prophecy, the god of music. He basically says he's the god of whatever he wants to be the god of. And Apollo is kind of, he's kind of a jerk. I mean, he's okay. He's very entertaining. I like reading about him so far, and yeah, he's pretty entertaining. But basically, in the first book, it's called The Hidden Oracle. Apollo has been sent to Earth by his father Zeus as a punishment for what happened with the giants and the Earth Mother whenever she awakened. And yeah, Zeus just wanted someone to blame, so he blames Apollo, who is his son. And now Apollo is a mortal living on Earth, and he's trying to find all of the oracles, and basically has to complete a bunch of trials, hence the name Trials of Apollo. But he has to complete a bunch of trials in order to go back to Mount Olympus and be a god again. Okay, I need some water, guys. I'm sorry. Anyways, if you like my cup, I found this. It's one of the Starbucks cups from the summer collection. But I found this at my local mall, and I just loved it too much to let it go. So here you go. I love it so much. It's my favorite cup now. Anyways, that's just water that I put in it. Back to the books. Just had to talk about my cup. Okay, now the second book. So in the second book, called The Dark Prophecy, Apollo gets well, basically after the first one, Apollo met the first oracle. So basically in this one, Apollo meets another oracle, and he has to once again either restore or somehow destroy oracles. And I won't tell you all that happens, but just know in the first book, Percy makes an appearance, and you know I love seeing Percy. He makes kind of a small appearance, and it was pretty entertaining, I must say. Everything with Percy is always entertaining. So Percy made an appearance in this one. Apollo meets his mom and actually likes her. And Percy now, spoiler alert, about to say a spoiler again, but Percy now has a little brother or sister that his mom is about to give birth to. Anyways, his mom is pregnant, and yeah, Percy's gonna be a stepbrother. How about that? Well, actually, I guess a half-brother. Yeah, he'd technically be a half-brother because his mom would be giving birth to them. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Anyways, Percy's gonna be a big brother. But then when you get into book 2, not too much is happening. Apollo's still human, still going through these trials, and still trying to find all of the oracles. And fast track to book 3, which I am on right now. And so far, so good. This one is called The Burning Maze. And we are finding out a lot about these Roman emperors that are going around and basically stealing all of the oracles from Apollo, which is why he has to restore them. So the next ones in this series, after I'm finished with book 3, which I'm partway through, we have The Tyrant's Tomb, which once again, obviously, we are going to see some of the 7 from the prophecy. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys that part. So like in books 1 and 2, we saw Percy, and he talked about Annabeth, so in book 1. And then in book 2, we see Leo, who a lot of people, spoiler alert again, we thought that Leo was dead for a little while. But turns out he was totally fine. He's back, and Leo has been here now. And in a 3rd book, we see Grover. And we also see Jason and Piper. And something happens to Jason, which I will not speak of. But yeah. I only heard about this, spoiler, because people told me and I didn't really want to know yet, but yes, I know something happens to Jason and I don't want to tell you guys if you want to read the books, so I'm not going to say it. Anyways, now we go into The Tyrant's Tomb, which is book 4, and then book 5 is The Tower of Nero, so I'm going to read these next, and if anyone would like an update on what I think of these 2 when I'm finished, I will definitely give you an update, and I will make another video about it because this video is already so long. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and like I said before, make sure to like and subscribe if you like my content. And as you can see, I am playing Riverdale behind me because Riverdale is a great show, or at least it was up until season 5. Well, actually it wasn't until like season 3. Season 1 and 2 were great, but season 3, no. Season 3 on is kind of just wild. Anyways, I will see you guys next time, and once again, thank you to all the new subscribers. And as I said before, if you are new and you want to see more of me, because I'm pretty great, I will admit. Just joking. I'm not that conceited. Either way, I'm just saying I can be pretty funny. Hopefully I'm entertaining, and if you are new, just make sure to like and subscribe. I am trying to get more on a schedule of posting. I hope to at least post once a week, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one.